Okay, let's end my personal shares on a much lighter note, shall we? Ooh, I needed it after the last one. So it's just a funny little story. I mean, the universe is so comical in the way they love to show you synchronicities or confirming something that you feel. So in my last personal share, I was talking about pure divinity, blah, 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 this white space, etc., etc. And I can't so I can't remember if it was the day of or maybe 2 or 3 days afterwards when I was like, "Is that was it really pure divinity? Was that what I experienced?" I forgot to tell you this was so amazing, I forgot to tell you guys. So I was driving my little courier job, and I drive this road all the time, and, 3 years ago when I was driving this road, there's a treatment center, no, like addiction, alcohol addiction treatment center, inpatient. And it's really run down. I don't even think it runs anymore, but 3 or 4 years ago, when I was driving past and I was asking kind of a similar question, like, was that an awakening or something? I absolutely saw this beautiful, right out in front, peacock. I guess they have some peacocks there. Anyway, it was a regular blue peacock. I was like, thank you, universe. And all the 3 years after that, I have not seen another bird out there. And I drive by there twice a week, every week. So as I'm driving and I'm still wondering, was that pure divinity? I kid you not. I mean, the universe and nature is so wonderful. Please pay attention to the animals that keep appearing in your life as they are sending you a message. So I look over literally when I'm asking this question, and what do I see in the same spot is an all white peacock. I had no idea that they even existed. I mean, just never thought about it. Uh, all white, pure white peacock. Okay. So that pretty much, I just said, okay, I trust, I'm not going to question anything anymore. Anyway, so that's been a while ago. And since then, I've just, all that stuff has just really landed in me. And I think I talked about how I'm just not interested in anything spiritual. Wow, it just kind of all of that has left me, or it did leave me. And I was a little bit concerned about it. And then it struck me that this is of course, it's integration. It's always an integration process and a deepening process, but also kind of at that after after a certain level of awakening level, it sounds so arrogant, but at a certain point it's time for you to like give up all the study and all that sort of stuff and learn to live your absolutely mundane ordinary life without speaking about your spiritual journey, talking to other people about it, just kind of zipping it and seeing if you can really walk your talk. And I was asking if that was where I was at in the journey because I was fretting over the fact that I was like, oh, spiritual stuff, blah. I'm so tired of it. And I just had no interest, but I was more kind of just doing everyday mundane life. And I was asking that question. And of course, I was doing it when I was driving in the same place because I just kind of have this routine of contemplation and when it begins. And in the exact same place, I kid you not, um, I look over just right when I'm asking that question. Is this all about just living the mundane life? And I look over on the right side of the road where there's no homes. This is like a business industrial area right across from this old abandoned addiction center. And there is a white rooster or chicken just walking alongside the road. I mean, literally, like on the curb, just walking aside. And I busted out laughing, hilarious. I mean, how much more mundane and ordinary can you get versus the beautiful all white peacock? So that nailed it for me and confirmed everything. And I just had to laugh at how beautiful and hilarious the universe is. But, ever since I got that message, like I totally let everything go. And I was really like, can you walk your talk? And I made an effort, like I really became conscious and I really took it seriously. Can I really stay in the present? Can I stay in this deep well of silence and all that sort of stuff and walk my talk? And I really started doing it. There's no doing here, but it just really kind of settled in and life started to get a little bit easier and things started flowing and I was taking responsibility for the stuff that was happening in my life. I had a little dog attack and I totally took responsibility for my uh, what happened, why it happened. I might do a video on that, I'm not sure. But and then all of a sudden, like things were just kind of flowing. I mean, life doesn't end up being perfect. You're living an ordinary life, but things started just to flow and things become easier and I'm more centered and some healings are beginning to take place. And then suddenly something rushed up inside of me, and this yearning, this longing, and I remember asking that in the nighttime before bed, please just give me something that will bring back a creative spark, you know. And I kind of felt a little awkward asking for that, but it just came up so organically, this inner longing, like it was coming from someplace else. And sure enough, the next day, someone contacted me and asked me to be part of this course and make some videos. And it was like all of my spiritual interests and knowledge was being asked to come back in. It was like if you can just settle down in your life, in your ordinary mundane life, don't be talking about trying to proselytize proselytize about your spiritual journey to convince others. Just live your ordinary life, walk your talk, be an example, and by living uh, in accordance, in communion with the Tao, or the now. The Tao is the now. Um, that's a good saying. Life will automatically just deliver to you how you can be of service and reignite your flames of passion, because there's no ego interference. And I believe, let me state this, I'm not saying there isn't any ego here, but at times you can have no ego interference, right? When you're living more in the now. Anyway, so things are starting to flow again and it's beautiful. I feel a little bit jazzed. Who knows how long it will last, but the universe is wonderful. And I love the joke. It's so interesting also, left side, seeing that beautiful white peacock. And I've never seen it again. Haven't seen it. So that beautiful white peacock on the left side, because left side of your body always represents spiritual, and the right side is always about now, current lifetime. So it's absolutely perfect. The universe is perfect. Pay attention, watch for every sign, particularly the animals that are placed in your way. So funny little story. I hope you feel uplifted by that.